Eating clean low carb? Excellent. Me too. We are reading labels. We are buying the cleanest, whole, real food ingredients we can find. We are making our own home cooked, simple, delicious meals. And now we're taking a road trip, or we're having a business lunch, or we're having a celebratory dinner with family and friends. The heck do you eat when you eat out? This was one of my biggest problems when I first started eating low carb. I thought I'd share my ideas with you. Now, I cannot guide you in finding the best keto friendly restaurants near you. One, I don't live near you. And two, I don't know of any restaurant that is all keto. However, I do know that you can eat keto at most restaurants, even fast food chains. In fact, let's start there. At burger joints like McDonald's or Burger King, order yourself the bacon double cheeseburger. Hold the bun, hold any special sauces. Those are good quality pieces of meat. Great protein, an excellent choice. If you're craving Mexican, opt for burrito bowls, hold the rice and beans. I know you used to think that was the best part, but now you're finding pleasure in the other flavors. At Chipotle, you might order a salad and top it with some protein and guacamole. Are you stopping by a coffee shop, maybe before a shopping trip? While your sad friends, standard American diet friends, grab pastries, you look for something savory. Now, Starbucks offers an egg and cheddar protein box. I think it's called that, something like that. And it's got mostly protein, but they still throw in some crackers and peanut butter. Toss that or give it away to your sad friends. I'm sure it is delicious. And I do eat peanut butter, but not unless I know that it's sugar free and all natural. Starbucks also offers egg bites, which look really good actually in terms of macros. Understand you're sacrificing a little bit because they're not completely clean, the ingredient list. And if you're in line at Chick-Fil-A, you know you can't have that deep fried chicken sandwich, right? You have to have the grilled chicken without the bun. And you're sitting there saying, no, I don't want to be the weirdo eating my chicken without the bun. And I understand that. I get that. And here's what a lot of low carb people do. A lot of people in the keto community buy keto friendly buns and wraps and tortillas and bring them in the car and ditch the bun and swap out for their keto friendly bun or wrap or tortilla. I have to tell you, I don't do this. I don't do this for a couple of reasons. One, I don't like the ingredients. They're all made with wheat derived products, and I don't want to eat any grains. To be honest, they can be inflammatory, and they're everyone that I've looked at includes seed oils, which are damaging to our bodies. So I don't want to touch those. Also, I don't buy the carb count. They're going to tell you it's net one carb or net four carbs. And yeah, the total carbs, like on buns, are going to be 17 or 18, 20, 22. And as I said, I don't buy the net. The net comes from this idea that if you take the fiber, like the fiber blocks the sugar in your body somehow, so you can subtract the fiber count and end up with net and you're good. I went back and forth with one of my darling sisters on this, and she wanted to believe net carbs on ultra processed foods. And it turns out her diabetic husband's blood sugar did not agree with her. His blood sugar was definitely spiking, even though he was eating a net one carb piece of bread. So if you want to do net carbs, like reserve it for a whole food, like maybe with nuts or vegetables, but not for ultra processed foods. So what are you going to do? In doing a little research for this talk today, I came across egg-based wraps. Now I haven't tried these myself yet, but they're mostly egg. There are a couple other ingredients in there, nothing that caused me concern. So there's zero carbs, zero grains, zero seed oils. Uh, they might not have, obviously, they will not have the same flavor and texture as a piece of, wheat-based, grain-based bread. Uh, uh, but it might be nicer to roll up your chicken in it than have to do a knife and fork or eat your burger with your bare hands. Okay, so that's fast food. What about traditional restaurants? There are tools out there like findmeglutenfree.com, I think, and it's going to show you gluten-free eateries near you. And that sounds good, but I'm sure you know gluten-free is not necessarily keto-friendly, right? Gluten-free means no wheat. Um, for low carb, clean low carb, we want to avoid all starches. Yeah. So something can have starch in it, let alone seed oils and other ingredients that we might not want to choose, um, and still be labeled gluten free. But it's a good starting place. It's a good starting place. Um, so find your gluten free restaurant or any restaurant. Almost all of them these days offer a gluten free menu, um, and have a look. Now, at your Italian places, obviously it's going to be pasta, pasta, pasta. But keep reading the menu, and you're going to find a lot of seafood on that menu, and you will absolutely find a steak, and that's what you're going to choose. And if that bread basket is making your mouth water and everyone's enjoying that before the main course comes, don't give in. Order yourself a meatball appetizer. There'll be a few breadcrumbs in there, but it will be negligible and it will be worth it. And you will be enjoying that meat, that protein, that flavor much better than just a fluffy piece of bread. How about Mexican? You have to ignore the rice and the beans and the tortillas. Order the fajitas and ladle on the guacamole and the cheese and the sour cream and pass the tortillas off to your friends. Chinese menus. I find this the trickiest kind. Yeah, rice, noodles, so much deep fried deliciousness and lots of sugary sauces. Go with a meat and vegetable stir fry and ask for a little sauce on the side if you can. And that way, maybe you can put a little sauce on your fork and get a little of that flavor. You will be taking in a little sugar probably, but nowhere near as much as if your plate is drowning in a sugary sauce. I think the easiest are choices are American steakhouses and British pubs, right? Focused on steak, focus on beef. Easy peasy. Just again, hold the bun, hold the bread, hold the fries, hold the onion rings, hold the chips, hold the potatoes. When you hold the starch, many waiters will offer you double veg. Go ahead and take it. However, I pass on the coleslaw. I know it's made from cabbage and carrots. It's got to be good for you. It's made with mayonnaise, and most commercial mayonnaise is made with, say it with me, children, seed oil and sugar. So I pass on that. All right, one last note on traditional restaurants. These past few years, healthy salads and healthy sounding grain bowls are offered. And I remember feeling very virtuous whenever I would choose a superfood grain bowl. Um, but be careful. Like, grain is grain. I'll take some quinoa once in a while, but I'm not going to want a rice based grain bowl, right? And some of the others I'm suspicious of as well. We try and avoid them. And even if you're looking at a salad, what is going into that salad? We're just coming out of November, and harvest salads and green bowls were popular in local restaurants. Those are going to have butternut squash and candied nuts and dried cranberries and maple syrup based dressings, sugar, 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 sugar. Again, I'm not saying I never eat any of these things, but probably not all at once, and probably when I can control the portions, right? So just be careful. Sometimes you're feeling virtuous, but if everything in that bowl or that salad is sweet, you're not doing yourself any favors. Okay, so obviously your best bet at any restaurant, prioritize protein, Maybe indulge in some non-starchy vegetables, grilled meats and seafoods, and sautéed greens are all excellent choices. Be careful of those hidden sugars in marinades and sauces and dressings. One final word: no night out is going to be perfect. You are not going to get out of a restaurant clean, low carb, perfect. Um, There's going to be some sugar, some carbs in some of your choices. Some of your food may be prepared with seed oils. It's not ideal, I know. But whatever you choose is going to be worlds better than what you were choosing before you even thought about your food, when you were still eating the standard American diet, right? And I don't know about you, but that diet, although it made me a little ill, um, it did keep me alive for 60 years. So, like, relax. One night is not going to ruin everything. Enjoy the experience of sharing a meal with your friends and family. And by the way, if we haven't met yet, I'm Eileen. My story is that 3 years ago, I retired early because I was developing Alzheimer's symptoms. And now I've beaten the worst of those symptoms simply by eating clean, low carb. And I lost 30 pounds as a little bonus. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Let's stay strong, wise, kind, and good by choosing good food for good health. YouTube thinks you'll like this video next.